warehouse management, global trade management, as well as IoT. I will quickly walk you through the agenda for today. So with me, joining me is my co-worker Anand Muthusamy, who is also a practice manager OTM at ITOrizon. He brings with him several years of OTM implementation experience, especially in the Middle East region. Let me quickly take you through what we here at ITOrizon offer through our Center of Excellence. So as many of you are aware, ITOrizon is already a very established player in the warehouse management section, especially Logfire, which is Oracle Cloud WMS. But we also provide very capable implementation services, especially in Oracle Transportation Management, Global Trade Management, as well as Oracle Order Management and Supply Chain Planning. We have a global footprint all over the world, as we'll show you in the next slide. So our global footprint expands all over the world. We have consultants working across the length and breadth of these geographies on multiple implementation and support services. We are, even though we are based in the United States with the headquarters in Atlanta, we also have 2 offices in India, as well as a corporate office in Dubai. So wherever you are, you will see ITOrizon serving its customers. Next, Anand will take you through some of the details of our customer Starlinks, who we are going to talk about in this presentation.
Thank you, Nishant. Hello, everyone. This is Anand Muthusamy. So Starlinks is a subsidiary of Alizia, then Al Qureshi company, over 60 years in the market, covering Middle East and North Africa. They are diversified in multiple industries like supply chain, manufacturing, automotive, finance, and IT. Starlinks is also a technology company that provides a supply chain solution to their customers. So next, I'll be talking about Starlink's customers. Here are some of the major customers served by Starlinks. As you can see, some of these are very big customers in the Middle East region, like Amazon, Canon, Unilever, AQM, Samsonite. All are big customers for Starlinks, and then they provide a solution for these customers. So next, I'll be talking about infrastructures of Starlinks. As you can see, there are multiple warehouses used by Starlinks, where the largest one being the Riyadh, having 14K square meter in surface area, followed by Tabuk, Jeddah, Kamish Mushaid, Zijan. All are big warehouses handled by Starlinks. And you can also see there are partners hubs also involved here, as well as the own warehouses for Starlinks. Overall, if you see, there are 62,000 cubic meter climate controlled DCR warehouses for Starlinks, and they have 800 plus PODU locations, that is pickup and drop off locations are for Starlinks. Then they have different setups, operation setup for first mile as well as final mile. If you see final mile, they have 500 plus trucks used, including 3PL as well as their own trucks for the transportation to handle the final mile deliveries. And for the first mile, they have 70 own trucks, heavy goods vehicle, which are all equipped with GPS, climate control sensors, then weight volume sensors been equipped with all the trucks. So if you coming to the technology perspective, they have Oracle Cloud and Oracle for e-commerce part. And as you can see in this slide, there are different types of trucks being used. Some of them are equipped with sensor devices, and some of them are with multi-compartment, where they can have multiple types of items can be loaded into a single truck at the same time. So moving to next slide, it is implementation scope. Implementation scope for Starlinks. So for implementation scope for our project is as you can see, we have implemented Oracle, OTM, covering OTM fleet management solutions and WMS cloud with workforce management enabled, as well as IoT fleet monitoring integrated with OAC. All these applications are tightly integrated with OAC. However, IoT fleet monitoring was integrated only with OTM cloud. And coming to the region, you can see here there are 6 major warehouses went live for all applications OTM, WMS, and IoT FM. Among all, Jeddah, Riyadh, and Medina are the biggest warehouses, having more than 10,000 square meter in surface area. Rest, Qasim, Dammam, and Kamis are smaller than the other warehouses. Now, my colleague Nishant will take you through the rest of the implementation details. Thank you all, Nishant.
Sure. So while, as you can see, this was a very big project implemented, and it was not just IoT fleet monitoring, it was OTM on the cloud as well as WMS cloud, which is Lockfire. However, we will be focusing on this paper on IoT fleet monitoring, its implementation, and its integration with OTM cloud. Now, for our customer Starlinks, there were a lot of reasons or which kind of forced them to look into IoT fleet monitoring solution. And some of these factors are listed out here. They were facing a lot of freight delays and disruptions. And the major ones were freight spoilage and damage, because what Starlinks is shipping is both food and non-food items. And there was a lot of spoilage and damage. This was one key area of concern for Starlinks. Another issue was delay at collection and transfer points. There was no way to monitor these delays. It was all being done manually before OTM and IoT fleet monitoring was implemented. Vehicle breakdown was a big concern. Having such a big fleet, Starlinks was specifically concerned about this, as they are also planning to, expand their fleet size in the coming years. So they needed a robust solution that would help them, especially with tracking and taking care of these anomalies. Driver management was a big concern. Having such a big fleet of their own private vehicles along with dedicated trucks, driver management was a big concern for Starlinks, and they felt that IoT fleet monitoring was the best solution to address most of these concerns. In the next slide, we will take you through the key features and capabilities which attracted IoT fleet monitoring as the reliable option to handle most of these disruptions. As I said, real-time tracking was a big concern. It was all being done manually. There were no EDIs which were being used with the carriers. So IoT fleet monitoring in this way, its implementation helped Starlinks to track everything in terms of a user-friendly dashboards, KPIs, as well as accurate milestone events. There were also automatic geofences enabled, which ensured that every time a truck deviated from its said route, there would be an alert or a notification sent not just to IoT, but also to OTM, which the fleet managers could track. So what IoT fleet monitoring also brought to the table was a customized KPI and metrics dashboard. Now these were very user friendly, very easily configurable, and allowed the fleet managers a big picture overview of every single number which was happening out there. IoT again was also helping in for the visibility into disruptions with the proactive actions. There was an immediate notification for every change in ETA for shipments, which were caused by multiple reasons like traffic delays, vehicle faults, or a truck breakdown. So all of this helped Starlinks maintain good customer service and ensure that the deliveries were on time or as per promise. And if not, the revised ETAs were quickly shared with the customers and the business was not disrupted. The fleet monitoring application helped on the no code rules editor. The users could easily create rules for geofence violations, detecting vehicle faults, as well for monitoring driver behavior. So we had a lot of rules set up in IoT fleet monitoring for the drivers. We were monitoring if the drivers were violating speed, if they were doing harsh braking, or if they were the truck was idle for a longer duration than expected. So all of this was also tracked. all the fleet used by Starlinks here is having onboard diagnostic sensors and devices. So IoT fleet monitoring was found to be the perfect solution, which would incorporate all the sensor data and information, which could easily be relayed back into the OTM systems, and is the best solution for implementing such a solution. Another good feature which IoT fleet monitoring is providing is the mobile app, which can be used to not just to by the private fleet, but also by third-party carriers. Even though in this case we have implemented IoT FM only for private and dedicated fleet, but the customer plans to go ahead and use IoT FM to with the multiple third-party services that it has. And here in this case, the mobile app provided by Oracle is very useful to track the real-time location and send the milestones and tracking events to OTM. In the next slide, I'll take you through the solution that we implemented for Starlinks. And as you can see here, we went with the standard Oracle recommended solution for implementing OTM with IoT. What was done here was because of this large fleet size, every time a shipment is created in OTM, which was having a private fleet or a dedicated fleet, a driver would be assigned to that shipment in OTM. And every time a driver is assigned, OTM's automation agents would have these rules set up, which would ensure that such a shipment is sent from OTM to IoT. This was happening instantly through the integrated seamless integration. Once these shipments are in IoT cloud, IoT would talk to the telematics system here that we were working with. The telematics system is integrated with the devices on board on the trucks, and all the sensor information, which is the in form of sensor attributes, and all the data was relayed back into Oracle IoT Cloud. So every time a fleet manager is logging into IoT FM, they can quickly go through each and every shipment, and all the data or the sensor information at the shipment level is available to be viewed in IoT. Additionally, every time a driver is going to start a shipment, they're provided with the IoT FM mobile app. This is different from the OTM mobile app because this is specifically for IoT. What the drivers have, this is a very user friendly application with a clear set of instructions, and all the drivers had to do was, every time they're starting a trip, they get the option to select the vehicle that they are supposed to drive. Once they select that vehicle, they get the assigned shipments to them. So it could be multiple shipments, or it could be a single shipment. Once they select the correct shipment, and the minute they start driving, they just had to start the trip on the mobile app. Now the mobile app acts as a GPS device and would relay location data directly from the driver's phone. This app also works in an offline mode, and even though, let's say, the driver lost signal or something, the data would be stored and relayed back into IoT FM every time the driver comes online, and it would be synced with OTM. So as you can see, there is flow of information back and forth between OTM and IoT cloud. So all the shipment information that is sent from OTM to IoT cloud was relayed back with all the event data back into OTM for better analysis. Another thing that really helped in this was the role of maps. So here maps is what we use to integrate OTM and IoT. So here maps were available both in OTM as well as on the IoT dashboards. And what really helped our customer and the fleet managers was the live location, which they could see on the map. They could see the exact location of the driver, and they could also view the next steps, the driving directions, as well as the event history. Some of the other features which really helped were, the shipment condition monitoring updates. This was really very key to our customer because of the items that they were shipping, and IoT fleet monitoring really helped in this regard to keep an eye on the product or the truck throughout the duration of this shipment in transit. And as well as automatic delays and anomalies, they were detected on time. If the truck broke down, there was a set of rules which was set up in IoT FM that would kick in, and instant emails and notifications would go out, as well as updates on the shipment at the shipment level in OTM as well as IoT. Next, I will take you through some of the other features or finer details of IoT FM, the way we carried out this implementation and how it benefited our customer. As I talked of, seamless integration between OTM Cloud and IoT, the way we did this was we integrated the devices and sensors using cloud connectors. This is an internal configuration available within IoT FM. So we used connectors and interpreters, and all the sensor information was mapped as sensor attributes in the interpreters. The integration is pretty standard. Oracle provides a very robust, seamless integration in this case, JSON messaging based integration, and using HTTPS servers, we were able to easily capture this information, and it was flowing real time from each truck into IoT FM. So it was very easy to view this. We faced no issues in terms of the data quality. Similarly, web interface for tracking. This was a key feature. Real-time location of the shipment could be seen not just in OTM but also in IoT on the web dashboards. There were multiple dashboards available at the user level. We could also ensure that a certain set of users had access to these, and another set could only view the shipments. So similar to OTM, role-based access was available, which we thought was a very useful feature, and we implemented as part of this implementation. Tracking temperature, data loggers were connected to OBD2 ports on the trucks. So it was not just temperature; we were also capturing weight information as well as speed, latitude, longitude. So all of this sensor information was being captured and sent directly to the IoT interpreters where we could view them, and then it was also relayed back into OTM. So another big issue which Starlinks was facing before the start of this project was capturing of the customers' geocodes. There was actually no way where these codes could be captured, without having some sort of masked data, which did not exist. Our IoT fleet monitoring helped in this regard because of the application. The application automatically updated and captured the customer's geocodes, which ensured that the distance calculation was correct, the SLA calculation was correct, and the deliveries were all on time. And like I said previously, performance could be maximized. The efficiency to include dynamic inputs and accurate ETAs is something which was lacking earlier. All of this was done manually over the phone, a very manual process, which is followed pretty much all over the Middle East. And IoT FM was like a game changer. It really helped automate all of these services. Fleet Manager dashboard is also a special dashboard which is available in IoT. This is customizable, and you can view information at the truck level, at the trip level, at the driver level, and in terms of utilization. There's also more information at the shipment level, even in terms of cost. You can also see delays, shipments which have not been, which are in transit, shipments which are not detectable. Also, like there are reasons behind that, and you can see what's going on, what's the status of the truck or the driver, are they in motion, are they idle, all those things. So this dashboard was very useful. There was no such dashboard available within OTM previously, so IoT FM was very useful. Seamless integration with OTM, which I said, we did not have any need to integrate anything through OIC or any other setup. We had Oracle provides out-of-the-box integration with IoT FM Cloud, and that worked really well in this case. There was also out-of-the-box integration with hair maps. So as most of you already would be using hair maps as part of your projects, so IoT FM is already well capable of having out-of-the-box integrations for hair maps. So it was just plug and play. One major issue that we faced while during this implementation was on the mobile app. So most of the drivers for our customers were Arabic speakers or did not understand English. So it was very difficult for them to initially work with the mobile app as it was in English. However, with the help of certain enhancement requests, Oracle came out with the Arabic version of this app during our implementation, and this made life so much easier. Now all the drivers are able to log into the app. They do not need special instructions. The app is in Arabic, so they can switch between the languages on the app. And this I think was a very big enhancement that we really needed, and thankfully Oracle provided it to us based on the requirements that we had, and this really made it very useful. Next, I will take you through some of the, now, like I said, this was not just an IoT FM implementation. This was a pretty big project with all of OTM, IoT, WMS. So a lot of metrics here that I would like to share with you. There were, as of now, there are 70 trucks which are enabled for IoT. However, a lot of these are used for final mile operations. A lot of these are used for first mile operations. So you can see there are over 160 trucks currently. And we are working in the process of eventually enabling all of them on IoT, and 100 more are expected to be added in the coming quarter. A lot of customers have been onboarded, and the integration, which is through OIC, we integrated 6 warehouses between OTM, IoT, and WMS, which are, taking 1,000 orders plus 1,000 plus orders per week at a receiving rate of 1,400 SKUs per second to 36 LPNs per minute. And the shipping rate here at the warehouses is at least 17.5 tons of items per day. So the inventory accuracy has been maintained to almost 95%. Like we mentioned earlier, 6 big facilities went live with 4 companies. And this, along with IoT this itself has been a very successful project. I'll take you through, next I'll take you through some of the keys to our implementation success here, some of the key factors which I feel were very important on how we went ahead with this implementation. So team structure investment is one of those. We invested in a separate IoT fleet monitoring team here at ITOrizon, which worked closely with our OTM team and made sure that we captured all the requirements from the customer, made sure that we figured if there are any gaps with these requirements that would not work with IoT, and there was focus on IoT FM from an implementation perspective. This is where Oracle alignment was also key. Oracle provided excellent support to us throughout the implementation, and each and every issue, whether it's a minor support issue to a major product issue, was handled on time with the help of the customer success managers. We had weekly meetings, especially for IoT, and we made sure that each and every SR was tracked. Some of the minor issues that we face, during the integration phase, in terms of the data transfer and in terms of product configurations, because there were some new features which are being onboarded with each quarterly release of IoT. So Oracle helped us to work on each one of these in understanding them with respect to our customers' requirements, and those we feel were very important keys to our implementation. Partner vendor communication was another key. We were not just working with our customer Starlinks. Here we were also working with a third-party vendor, which is the device vendor. This is the vendor that is providing the hosted services for capturing the sensor data. We worked with them, and we made sure that we had weekly meetings with them. We captured all the data. We provided them with all the REST endpoints, all the applicable data from our end. And I think this, going forward for anybody, this would be key to work successfully with a vendor. We worked with this team to make sure that all the sensor data was captured, the data quality was accurate and well validated. We worked with them during our testing phase as well as when we went live with production. And lastly, connecting the customer with Oracle development, we made sure that we were getting regular feedback from Oracle as well as from our customer to Oracle about the product, and if there were new changes needed or enhancements needed. One of these being the Arabic mobile app, which was taken into consideration because of the customer's request and focus. And similarly, our customer also presented at the SCM Customer Connect event. So Overall, they are very happy with the way IoT FM has been implemented, and especially with the focus that Oracle has provided. And I think these are very important keys to implementing IoT FM anywhere. Next, I'll quickly take you through the future steps, or the next steps that we have as part of this ongoing project. So our customer wants Oracle WMS to be integrated with IoT FM. This is a feature that is already available in IoT FM, and what you can do as part of this is all the appointment scheduling and doc scheduling numbers can be sent, and you can view them within IoT as well as in WMS Cloud, which is Lockfire. Our customer Starlinks also has multiple 3PL carriers as of now, which are involved in both first mile and final mile shipping. They will also be connected with IoT FM. We've already performed a lot of testing, and we're already in the process of enabling this real soon. All the drivers will be trained. So in this case, we're also taking care of driver training. We are training the regional transportation teams for Starlinks, who are taking care of the driver training for the 3PL carriers and how they will connect. They are also able to log into the same app, but with a different set of authorization. So Oracle provides all of that, and it's actually very easy to use. So in case you're having a fleet with not your own carriers but 3PL carriers, this is again very useful. IoT FM works with that, and you can track your shipments using 3PL carriers as well, with everything on the OTM dashboards as well as on hair maps. Cargo condition monitoring is another new feature of IoT fleet monitoring, which our customer wants to implement next. Because Starlinks is shipping a lot of food items, and there is always a chance of freight spoilage and damage. Cargo condition monitoring provides exact accuracy in terms of tracking of the condition throughout the shipment in transit, and this is what will be taken up next. We also have plans to implement IoT Asset Monitoring, which is for all the assets in the warehouse. And this is similar to fleet monitoring, but only at the asset level. And this will be part of the next implementation with this customer. Next, I will take you through some of the business value, which I already talked of, most of it. Our customer Starlinks is planning to quadruple its revenues by 2021. This implementation has been very successful for them. Previously, they were very manual, a paper-based organization. They only had Oracle EBS on-premise, which was being used with transportation management, warehouse management, and tracking being manual. However, with the implementation of this project, everything has been automated, and now they even have an edge in the market in e-commerce, sales, and operations. And they're also acquiring multiple new customers with the help of this implementation. This is helping them, get true supply chain quality in the Saudi Arabian market. They are planning to expand beyond Saudi Arabia into Bahrain, UAE, and other Gulf countries. And yeah, so fully track and trace enabled technology, which is helpful for them in getting new B2B customers. I think this is the end of the presentation. Thank you for joining us, and we will leave the floor open for any Q&A that you may have. Any questions for us?
Yeah, Nishant and Anand, there are a few questions. You can see those questions in the Q&A section, and you can answer those. Or else, if you want, I can read those and then let you know whichever option you want to go with.
Yeah, I can answer those. Just give me a moment. I'll quickly.
Yeah, all right, please.
Yeah, so there's a question on managing fuel consumption of the fleet, OTM versus IoT FM. Also, having a large fleet, is maintenance asset monitoring integrated to IoT FM and OTM? No, like I went through my presentation, asset monitoring is not yet integrated, but we have plans to integrate it next. and as well as fleet maintenance. We did not mention that, but fleet maintenance is also part of the customer's plans. Fleet maintenance in this case would also include, things like tire rotation, servicing of the trucks, all of that information. And we are working on a plan with the customer to take care of fleet maintenance. Fuel consumption, yes, we're not directly doing it. All we have right now is an odometer reading, which is based on the miles being driven right now. So as you know, IoT Fleet Monitoring is providing a dashboard with fuel consumption. So that's what we are working with. We've also set up certain rules within IoT FM on fuel, so that certain alerts are sent out at a specific number of as and when the number changes. There's another question on fuel consumption, which is fuel consumption monitoring is done with formulas or sensors. So as of now, it's done by formulas. We are not using sensors. We have sensors enabled only for the speed of the vehicle, latitude, longitude, weight of the truck, and temperature. But there are plans. This can also be done through sensors. If that is the question, yes. The next question is, how did you face yard management requirements and how you handle it if you face such requirements? So yard management is being taken through by WMS application, which is Oracle Logfire. We are not managing it through OTM or IoT Fleet Monitoring as of now. Another question is, can IoT FM be connected to Oracle EBS? I am not aware of this. I don't think Oracle provides an out-of-box integration with Oracle EBS as of now, because IoT FM is mostly about tracking, and I think that's why it's immediately connected with OTM. Maybe this could be a question for Oracle, but to my knowledge, there is no integration available with Oracle EBS right now. However, with OIC it can be done, but I'm not sure which module of EBS would reflect the information that is coming through IoT FM. The next question is, does the third-party carrier stream the GPS location of the truck from the OTM mobile app? Yes, that is correct. The third-party carrier will stream and can stream the GPS location of the truck using the OTM mobile app. We are already working on this and testing this right now as I speak, and we will be enabling this soon for our customer. For third-party carriers, the way it works is IoT FM, every time a shipment is created, there's no driver assigned because this is a third-party shipment. And every time a third-party shipment is created and it goes to IoT FM, IoT identifies it as a 3PL shipment, and it sends a link on the shipment message back to OTM. That link, OTM copies that link from the incoming message from IoT, and sends it to your carrier in the tender as part of the tender message. So that link basically is nothing but a login link or a login URL for the OTM mobile app. The carrier is supposed to provide it to its driver because we do not have information of who will be the driver in this case. So carrier shares that link with the driver clicks on it, and there are a couple of authorization questions, which are basically, the number of drops, the shipment number, and the driver gets the same view as a private fleet driver. The next question is, who is sensor partner? Is it Oracle recommended partner? Yeah, I think yes. In our case, it was an Oracle recommended partner. We went with a company called Saudi Tracking. They are a very proficient company in the Saudi Arabian and the Middle East region. So we work with Saudi Tracking on this. I think you can go through their website and you will find a number of sensors, and you can decide which one best suits your requirements in terms of what your customer needs. So the next question is, did the customer use PAS for customizations to OTM, WMS, and IoT FM? No, this was a standard out-of-box functionality. We did not use PAS at all. As of now, there was no need. and the integration is pretty seamless. We did not face many issues. Whatever we did, we were able to work through with Oracle support, and we were able to do that. We are also able to connect in the similar fashion. We are also able to connect WMS with IoT FM. Another question is, what type of costs are involved with telematics solution, including onboard truck device connectors? What does the ROI for this full solution look like? I cannot talk of the ROI from a customer's perspective. Cost would depend on the number of sensors that you need. In this case, the sensor device that we are using uh, is compatible with the truck's OBD2 port and the data logger on the truck. So we are using 5 sensors on our trucks, and I think the cost depends on the number of sensors you use. And if you want to include that, the ROI would depend on the volume of shipping, I believe. In our case, our customer is able to add more customers, their own B2B customers. We are helping them give demos for IoT FM, and their own customers can also log into IoT FM to track the shipments. So it's a very useful product. So another question is, user needs to use IoT and driver mobile app for execution. Was the customer okay with it? Yes, definitely customer was okay with it. It was not the user who was using the IoT and the driver mobile app. It was actually the driver who was using this. I believe that's what you mean also by this question. So customer was okay with it. We had to train the drivers initially, as well as the customer representatives or the logistics transportation managers in this case, who work directly with the drivers then. In fact, we even went to the extent of having a logistics coordinator get into the truck with the driver during the entire duration of the trip and make sure that the driver is, clicking on the app at the right time as part of the driver education training, and ensure that the correct data is being captured and validate that data within OTM. I hope that answers your question. The next question is there a solution plan for tire theft life management as part of the solution? This is part of fleet maintenance. It's not part of IoT FM as of now. However, there could be certain rules. IoT FM provides a lot of rules and incident management configurations within the fleet dashboards. I have not seen one for theft yet, but theft could be through sensors. And I know life management, again, part of the truck or vehicle management is a separate solution altogether. I believe it is not part of IoT FM as of now. Our customer has a similar requirement, and it's also a very common requirement in the Saudi region, which we are also working on implementing. Another question is, are you using OTM BI solution or transportation intelligence for this project? Yes, we are using OTM BI solution, which is FTI. It is being implemented, and all of the data is being captured on a weekly, monthly basis, and business users are able to log in and use FTI. I think I have answered all questions. I don't think there are any more questions. Paritosh, are there any more questions for us?
I think it's good. So thank you, Nishant and Anand, for your time. You have answered all the questions. So it was a great presentation and a lot of good insights overall. So thank you for your time today, and for all the participants, looking forward for the next presentation of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. If there are any questions outside of this, please feel to contact us